it. It's a 2010 GMC box van. These are like what the U-Haul rentals are. Kind of hard to get a full side shot, but this is the 10-foot box. So overall, it's a short rig, and it's a, the heavy-duty chassis because it's made for hauling. And he said we can just open up the back door here. It does have the roll-up door, which if I were to get this, I would remove the roll-up door and build a wall there and put my own door in, probably barn doors. Door does roll up nice. I got my tape measure again, so we'll do some measuring. As you can see, with the roll-up here, I can actually stand up all the way. And then in the area without the roll-up, I got quite a bit of room. So I could build a ceiling here, insulate it, because this is just aluminum going right to the outside, but there's some nice ribs here, so I'd probably put a little ceiling with insulation, and this would be removed as well as the rails. So yeah, they come with these slats here already. Could utilize those for the build. And then of course there's no pass-through, but you can cut a hole right there. So I would cut a hole for the pass-through. This is sealed off by the cab up front. I know people that have done that. So yeah, I'm going to take some measurements here, see what we're actually working with width-wise, and see how it goes. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Whether or not this is the one that I want to purchase is to be determined. So let me get my tape out, see what we're working with. Got it exactly 6 feet 6 inches, so 6.5 feet wide. So I gained some width over my current van. Could actually build my bed widthwise and sleep widthwise if I wanted to. I don't know if I would do that. In the box, I believe technically it's just under 10 feet. But we'll get a measurement here. No, it's actually exactly 10 feet where the door would be there. So even if I built a false wall, I'd still have a full 10 feet. So the length is really about the same as my van, a little bit longer from the rear of my seats to the back, but having the square walls is a total game changer. So instead of looking at just square feet, looking at cubic feet, which is a big difference when it comes to living in a van and doing a build. So now that I've seen one of these in person, I know pretty much I want a 10-foot box van. You can find them on a Ford chassis as well. So yeah, I'm going to do some tire kicking here and see what else I can find out about it. One thing I don't like about these, although it is convenient for getting in and out, is this heavy-duty bumper. Just as far as being in off-road situations where I would need to go down a dip, down a little ravine or something, this would tend to want to scrape. But honestly, it's doesn't hang out any more than the rack, my bike rack does on my van. So, I mean, it's pretty much similar. I'm not really getting a longer vehicle. I'm just getting that cubic feet with the box. And the build out would be so much easier with the straight walls and being able to bolt stuff straight to the walls. This is laminated plywood, so you can have issues of delamination, but this one looks pretty good. Of course, they've cleaned it up real good inside. Showing 131. I thought it was 137. Yeah, it's clean. I mean, the upholstery is nice. And this is where, again, this is sealed off between here. So you can cut a hole right here and have a nice pass through. So that's what I'd probably do. Put a nice little square hole there. These seats back right up against here. I don't know if you have much wiggle room, but it'd be nice to have like a little sliding door that just slides over. So that would be a possibility. Nice rubber mat. And yeah, let's fire it up. Pop the hood. See if we got any lights. Does have this tow option. That looks like it's enabled. So we'll pop the hood, crawl underneath it. Looks like you can, yeah, take that off. So let's check her out. Where's the hood? Yes, here. Of course, they've totally detailed out the engine cab, so if there was any leaks, they probably cleaned them up, but I mean, it's running smooth. Well, the chassis is looking pretty good. There's really no rust. It's relatively rust-free. All the frame, these main frame beams here are all looking good all the way back. On the wheel wells, this definitely hasn't been in snow country. It's running dang smooth. So as well as cutting out a pass-through here, the other thing I would probably do would be to install some windows, which I've looked into. They sell windows that are compatible with the thickness of the wood on there. And watch some videos of guys cutting the hole. It's totally doable. So I'd probably have a couple side windows, the pass-through roof vent. I'm even possibly thinking about skylight. So overall, I really feel like that this is a platform that is going to work best for me size-wise. Still be able to get all the places I need to get as far as the dirt roads and camps. So just need to talk with these guys, possibly take this. This is a used car lot, but they also have a shop, so probably not the best idea to have that shop check it out, because obviously they're gonna want to sell the vehicle. So we'll have to see what I'm gonna do here, see how it goes. Guys are pretty nonchalant here, which is nice. There's no salesman. He just gave me the keys and said, look at it, check it out, let me know if you want to drive it. Took a copy of my driver's license and said, go for a ride. Asked him about the history of it. So they just acquired it a few days ago. They go pretty quick. He is priced competitively with U-Haul sales, who I've been looking to buy through, but these are hard to come by. When U-Haul gets them, they go quick. I have not been able to get to any of them in time, so seems to be driving all right, shifting okay. These have a lot of power. Drives better than my van. What do you think, Kelly?
Drives better than your van.
It does, huh? We just drove an hour and a half in my van. My van likes to.
This one's very quiet.
Yeah. Headliner's coming loose a little up here. U-Haul right here. We've got a bunch of 10-footers, but not for sale. I like it. I guess we could try the AC. I have not had a vehicle with working AC in my whole life. Fun fact. Blowing cold already. Just trying to picture a little cut through here. Be nice to be able to just sneak into the back.
How are you feeling?
I don't know. I guess the biggest thing I'm struggling with is when I came up here, I told myself that I wasn't going to be hasty and probably walk away from both of these. It was easy to walk away from the bus because I realized that the bus is not the platform. This 10-foot box van, the U-Haul box van, the 10-footer, has been the van I thought I've wanted for like the last 2 years. I've briefly walked in one at a rental place just to check it out. And now being in one, much more in the mindset of building it out, seeing other ones built out, you know, online and on YouTube and stuff. I realized that it's darn near, I can't really think of anything else that would be better for me. The only other option would be a similar height and length like Sprinter van, which I don't think I'm ready to get into the whole diesel Mercedes thing. And the box it's so easy to build. Like, that's been it. That's been why I've arrived at this being the ideal thing for me. The step vans I've kind of singled out because of a lot of different reasons, mainly just the cab of it and drivability and safety factors. And with these, the GMC 1-ton chassis, The engine is pretty easy to get to, much easier to get to than on this for doing any maintenance or repairs. So I'm basically sitting here in a Walmart parking lot trying to talk myself out of this and having trouble coming up with reasons. So I'm just going to sit here a little longer and think about it. And it's priced lower than the U-Haul sales ones. Miles are comparable to most of the ones they sell. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
What's going on now? What's the update?
We're taking it to a mechanic to have a buyer's check done. Just going to give it a good looking over. This guy seems pretty legit. It's a smaller shop.
Yeah, that guy at Faith Auto was great.
Yeah, overall, he seemed to think it was pretty solid. He says these engines, with the amount of miles it has on it, he says they're pretty solid, relatively problematic, and usually go for quite a while. So
You've calmed down a little.
yeah, I was a little freaked out, but it's a big deal.
So my buddy's in there right now, and he's talking money. I decided to come out to the van and hide out while he's doing that. I'm all nervous for him, so I hope it goes well. And hopefully he gets the price he wants and he gets a new home out of it. We'll see. Okay, there's a minor stalemate going on in there, but I am hopeful he'll win this one and he'll come out with the keys to his new home and we will ride off into the sunset with it. Oh, now he wants it. So
I just bought a box van, GMC 10 foot,
Oh,
2010. That's the keys right there. Yeah, I'm feeling good about it. It's actually titled as private, not commercial already. So South Dakota, it's so easy to transfer anyway. I think the biggest thing I'm nervous about is I think Kelly's going to have to drive it back to our camp.
he's scared about my driving abilities.
You'll do good. It's easy to drive. I'll get it pointed in the right.
He's like worried about my driving abilities.
I'll get it pointed in the right direction. We'll have our radios, but just be careful and focus, and we'll take our time.
You act like I've never driven before.
Driven big, I know. You have a truck camper. You're good. We're not done. We're not out of the woods yet, but we're moving forward.